heavy chest, and then I'm going to just touch a little bit of my triceps and my shoulders. Um, so it's going to be a great workout. So I have something I got to show you. I've been looking at this product for a couple of months, and I went and I saw it a couple of months ago, and I didn't think much of it. But I went back when I saw it yesterday. I tried it. It's really awesome. So in a moment, I'm going to show it to you, and then I'll be using it a little later in today's workout. So you can just kind of check it out. Before we get rolling, I have to show you guys this. So I showed you this in my one of my Bible studies. I thought I would show this to you in one of these videos, a weightlifting video. And these are, I don't know who sent these. I don't. It has to be one of my viewers from the gun side of the channel who's been following me for a while. But they sent these, and these are called tactical snacks. Now, I have two versions of them. They're both sour gummies. This one here, 3 grams of sugar per serving. Man, what a good candy to give your kid, right? And what a good candy to have around. And then the other one they have, they're protein gummies. There are 8 grams of protein per serving. And wow, these are gone. I polished these off, and they're really good. So, like I said in my Bible study, I'm really not a huge gummy fan. I got to thinking about it. Most gummies aren't really that good. Um, these are these are incredible. If this is what gummies were always like, I'm in. I'm in. So I'll put a link in the description box below. Now click on that link, go check them out, order some. I need to do that because now I'm out of my protein ones, and one gummy goes a long way. So I can just sit here with this and while I work out, and it's a great flavor, and it's a heavy gummy. So go check these out. It's a great product. Okay. All right. I'm going to show you this. So I've been needing new handles for my cable work, and I had my mind set on a certain pair by TKO, a good quality handle. So I went down to Gym Outfitters in Boise, Idaho yesterday. They were out of the TKO, but they had these. And they had these last time, and I looked at them, and I kind of thought, at first I thought, wimpy. That's just what I thought. Yesterday when I went there, I saw them, I said, wimpy, but then I checked them out. I tried them on one of their machines, and I'm going to show you in this video what these are like. These are called Track Handle Sports. I'll put a link in the description box below. These are fantastic. Each handle is capable of 150 pounds, more than enough for me. And what I like about them is, okay, smooth comes to mind, but when I ran these, your body naturally and smoothly lines up to where it's incredible, pumped all the way through. Um, so with smooth, I would also put ergonomically perfect. So there you go. So I'll be working with these a little bit, and you can check them out. But click on the link below. Check those out. It's a great product so far. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start with a little bench press, and this gummy is so good. I gotta get a line and order more. So here we go. All right. I hope you are being motivated. I hope you are working out. I hope you're eating better. And I hope that you are obtaining your goals. That's what my channel's about, right? It's not about me. It's about you. Me pumping you up. Okay? All right, here we go. Yes. Um, I better explain to you what it is I'm doing with my bench press in the way of what I'm about to do. Because right now, I'm sneaking body fat off while putting on a little bit of muscle. Not bulky heavy. You really can't do that. But you can sneak a little body fat off while continuing to build some muscle. All right. But there's a couple of things you need to do. Okay, first off, you don't want to waste a workout. You don't even want to waste a set or a rep. Okay? So I'm running at a little bit of a calorie deficit, which means my workout's going to go like this. Not that I don't have the stamina. I have the stamina, but I am going to begin running out of fuel. So there's two things I'm after. The first one is to continue through all the way, pushing hard through my entire workout with the fuel I have. Second thing I want to do, I want to place a heavy weight onto my bench. It's somewhat the same as when I'm not in a deficit. It's just that I can't do that with as many reps. But remember, we have muscle memory, right? So if I can continue to push a rather heavy weight when I come out of this calorie deficit, ready to start bulking back up, my body is going to be used to that weight. Maybe not the reps I was doing. So now let me explain this. And let me explain also my 5-day routine. It'll help you to put all this together. So normally when I'm just pushing hard to stack the muscle on there, I'm just eating good, not running at a calorie deficit, I would do like on my bench press, say 6 or 7 sets of 5 reps. And I always, if I can't do it 5 times, I don't up the weight. If I know my next set, I can do it 5 times, I bump the weight, I do it 5 times, that keeps me from an injury, okay? But right now what I'm going to do is for my bench press, I warmed up with a set of 5. And now what I'm going to do is I know that I can, up to a certain weight limit, I can push sets of 5 pretty easy. But I'm going to hold it to 1. All I'm going to do is I'm going to push it for 1, push it for 1. And I'm going to increment up, increment up, increment up to where I'm in that heavy zone that my body was used to before I started going into the calorie deficit. And I'm going to be there for a little while I sneak this fat off. What's going to happen is I may increase a little strength, but my body is going to remember that heavier weight when I come out of calorie deficit. Then from there, I can go back to my 5 reps and begin pushing upwards while trying to gain muscle mass, okay? So my current routine is it's a 5-day routine. It's a super effective routine. I would highly recommend it, and I'll explain as I go. Day 1 is chest, day 2 back, day 3 legs, day 4 arms, shoulders. You're going to throw your calves, forearms in there, however you want. I normally do my lifting in the morning, and then at night I'll smash my calves like 3 times a week, and to give you an idea, that's kind of how I run the show. But I want you to think about this. Day 1 we have chest. Now my chest has 5 days to recover. Day 2 I have back. My back has 5 days to recover. Day 3, my legs have 5 days to recover. Day 4, my arms and shoulders have 5 days. They don't need 5 days. So what I'm going to do on my chest day, think about it. I'm already pushing my triceps hard. So what I'm going to do on my chest day is I'm just going to put a little polish on my triceps. And then when I'm done, I'm going to put a little polish on my shoulders. Okay? On my back day, I'm going to go heavy on my back, but I'm going to put a little bit of polish, even more so, on my biceps. That way, think about it. Your back, chest, and legs, they have 5 days worth of recovery. But everything else that you're hitting 2 times in 5 days. After that recovery, you're coming back in on chest, and then your back hitting your triceps, biceps, and shoulders. You're getting those almost pretty much 3 times a week if you hold that consistent, okay? So that's my program. So now what I'm doing is for my bench press, I'm just holding this at 1 rep, going all the way up, and it's incredible. It's incredible. Let me pull a set off here, and I'll explain a little more to you. So a huge benefit to this is your recovery time in between sets. Because we're only doing 1 rep per set, we're not using a lot of oxygen. Um, your limitation to any move is always going to be that oxygen, your oxygen factor, right? So with this, we're coming in and we're hitting it 1 rep, and we're not out of air. Okay. Now you still want to make sure that when you come back, you're ready. Um, you know, uh, but it's not going to take you as long to recover. And now, um, if you need to try this, like right now, whatever you're doing for your bench, I would highly recommend throwing uh, a routine of this in of just a 1 set working all the way up. I will tell you why. Um, every once in a while, I will do that, and it rips you up. You wouldn't think it's as hard on you, but you can do more sets, and you're working up into that heavier weight of more sets. And it's if you do it right, and then you do the rest of your chest workout routine, you follow through, you're going to feel it. It's going to be as if someone dropped a ton on your chest the next day. You're really going to feel that. So this is really a good thing to do. It's not bad at all. So all right, here we go. The other benefit to this is really zero shoulder pain. Reps are hard on shoulders, right? So by me doing this, I'm not having any pain. And so if I do this for a good, say, month or 6 weeks, trying to sneak that body fat off, I'm going to have less body fat and like no shoulder aches at all. So this is a good thing. You ought to try it. So one of the things I'm doing when I'm doing this, I always do it this way. I pause after the lift, and it's very controlled, and I pause at the bottom for the stretch, get the deep stretch, and then come up. Now I want you to think about this. This is very important why you do this. When I'm doing my 5 sets, okay, we're really pushing, right? And if we can do 5 sets or 5 reps in a set, if we know we can do 5 reps, more than likely we're not going to hurt ourselves, okay? I mean, you can, but more than likely you're not. You're erring on the side of safety, okay? With this, what we're doing is we're coming down and we're holding the stretch a little longer. So think about it. If it's always controlled, if when you're doing single rep sets, if you lift off and pause, and it's very controlled, and you pause and push, how can you hurt yourself? It's brilliant, right? So you got to try these. You got to add these in, sprinkle them in. Do it here, do it there, do it here, and then try it for 6 weeks while you're trying to sneak that fat off. It'll really help you to power through your workout. Now, I want you to wrap your mind around something. You can actually do this kind of a lift as medicine. What do I mean by that? Sometimes when my shoulders are hurting, just, you know, from, you know, being rough in life, hurting them, getting old, whatever, and so they're sore. I can come in and do this, and where I will stop is when I feel it in my shoulder. So if you're struggling with shoulder pain, it more than likely is because of too many reps, and other things in life, like, you know, when I crashed my mountain bike, took all the impact there, and, you know, other things you do in life. So shoulder pain can come from too many reps, things that have happened in life, and not stretching. Okay? So what you do, your shoulders are hurting you, just do 1 rep sets for a while and work on your stretching. And think about it. It's like I just said. When we lift off and pause, and we control, hold, come up, and rack, when we're meticulous that way, we're not going to hurt something. And so when you would stop would be when the weight's so heavy that you can't do this. Now, you're lifting, it's a lot of weight. Well, your shoulder, that's too much. You're trying to stay out of that neck of the woods. So when you are at that set where you're like, all right, that's, if I go any more, I'm going to push it too hard. That's where you stop. And if you do that for a good month while you're doing other moves that complement your shoulders, while you're stretching, and then after about a month of no shoulder pain, then you can kind of go back into your old routine. And I would say drop your reps and push your weight. Okay. Whenever my shoulders hurt, drops the weight. That's what I do. All right. Perfect. Yes. Yes. Zero shoulder pain. Yes. Zero shoulder pain. All right, so this is how I've always done dumbbell flies. They're super effective for putting on mass, super effective for a good stretch. Um, so first off, just as I'm just like this, I'll stop and just give it a mild stretch. Don't overstretch it. Just a good stretch like this. And then what we're going to do, the move is going to be not like this, because you can't get a really good stretch that way. It's going to be more like this. And we're going to get a really good stretch. Now, when you come up, I really don't touch the dumbbells too much. I try to stop it just to where they touch and hold it. Once your chest is done contracting, it's done. There's no more work on that muscle. So when we're down here, and we come up here, right about there, my chest is done. Okay? Kind of like cable, uh, you know, cable pulls. I don't do cable crossovers. When I do cable crossovers, I stop about there because my chest is done. I don't go any further past it, okay? I'm not saying this is wrong. I'm just saying once I'm to here, my chest is done. It's the same with the dumbbell flies, okay? Now, I want you to think about this. Don't be too high. Get low on it. Even with your sternum. Good stretch. Now, on this move, when we do the bench press and we pull our shoulder blades together, you kind of want to do that with these, particularly here. You're going to really want to pull the shoulder blades in as you're coming low. That's going to get you more stretch, and it's going to help you retain control all the way through. Now, when you're doing this, don't substitute weight for form. How heavy are you going to go? The answer is you can go as heavy as you want until you lose your form and begin having to cheat. This is about a move that's strict in motion and perfect in function, but we don't want to begin struggling and distorting it, okay? So it's not about the weight, it's about the move, okay? Bring them down, keep them close, roll forward. Aren't these old Yorks really cool? Like a cool factor of in. Oh, yeah. Oh. All right, so now we're ready to take a look at this. This is the track handle support. So I'll kind of bring this over to you. I'm going to put a link in the description box below. So when I was at the Gym Outfitters, I tried it out a little bit, really liked it. Miss Highboy liked it. So now, what do you say we give it a try? So now, most of my tricep workout is done. This is the only part of my tricep workout I'm putting on this video. So now what I have is, I have a load pin, and my load pins, I just keep them stored with a 5-pound plate. So I've got this rigged onto the load pin and the 5-pound plate. And so now I'm going to do some supinated cable pulls or reverse cable pulls, just single-handed. And so, you know, you can, when you do these, you can do it straight on, you know. I prefer to clock my body a little bit and bring my arm this way, okay? Ultimately, what we want is we want as much stretch as we can get, and we want to come all the way down, and we want to lock. So that's what we want. So this is going to be really smooth. So what this has, I'll kind of show you. You can see the handle attaches to the cable on, you know, both sides. And the cable, it runs up through obviously a bearing type surface. So it's a really, I want to say it's a smooth action, but it's really effortless, okay? So once again, I'm going to clock my body off this way, and I'm going to just give it a try. All right. One thing I really like about it, the other handles I have, they really don't lend to coming up close to vertical. You have to be back a little ways, and so the amount of stretch, I can get more stretch kind of this way. All right. So my triceps are pretty much spent. I left just enough to finish these off, but I really like this. So instead of straight on, I'm going to clock my body off. I'll keep my arm straight on. I really like how I can come vertical for a good stretch. All right, I feel the burn. I feel the burn on both of these. So I'm going to show you something. I'm going to try this. I have the second handle here. I want to try something. I really like doing this same move coming off of my bands. One thing I like about it is the amount of stretch that I get. So you can see, oh man, woo! Ooh, yeah. Come all the way up. And I'm clocking my body just a little off. Yeah, these are really nice. These are really nice. Let me put, I'm just gonna slip just another, let me see what I want to put on this. Okay, I just put another 5 pound on there. Yeah, I really don't do a lot of weight on these. Oh yeah. All right, so check that out. I can almost hammer this, you know, supinated, reverse, right? You can almost hammer these on the fly. Here we go. Oh. Oh man. Oh. Ooh, that's it right there. Oh. I started a hammer. Oh, and I end up supinated. Oh man. Oh. Oh. See if I can pull this off. I'm gonna stand this way for you a little bit here. No, I better stand this way. So I'm starting hammer, ending up supinated. Okay. Oh yeah. I'm screaming. You know what these would be really good with? They kind of want to grab the glove a little bit when I'm going back from the hammer to the supinated, and when I'm going back, it's wanting to catch my gloves. So I'm gonna do I don't know, either 1 or 2 more sets of these, and then I'm going to show you a move that would complement these. I didn't realize this would work as good, or I would have done that move before these. Okay, to understand the next move, there's 2 things going on here. 1, the amount of stretch I'm getting, and 2, going in between, you know, from the hammer to the supinated like this. Okay, so I'm going to start here. My arms are numb from going this way to this way. All right. All right. I'm going to have to take this part of this video and just make it its own video also, because this is a product I would buy again without a doubt. Okay, so one more set. Start out hammer tight. Clock your body. Oh. Oh, oh my gosh. I'm going to just scream it out, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, fantastic. Oh. That makes you want to vomit. Oh, oh my gosh. That's a nice piece of equipment. This is an awesome product. I'll put a link in the description box below. Track handle sport. Now, all right. I don't know what my triceps have, but I'm going to show you a move that would complement this, and you would want to do that move before you did this, okay? So let me get set up. All right. So, all right. This move that we're getting ready to do, this is your behind the neck barbell, okay, for triceps. Technically, we should have done this lift before we did the reverse cables for triceps. But I didn't realize I was going to get that good of a stretch off of those attachments, and so this just complements it, okay? So next time I will do this before I do that cable, and I'll really get a good stretch. Now, okay, why? Why should they go in that order? It's kind of like this. You know how when you're doing multiple muscles, like let's say you're going to do the back and your biceps, you do the back first, then you do the biceps. It's kind of that way with this, where you want to perform the heavier lift first. You're going to get more out of it. If we come in and we do this first, we get a good stretch, we push the weight. When we go to that cable, we might not be able to do as much, but we can drop the weight and still go as intense, and so the muscles already rip down more, and then we go in and we focus on intensity, we focus on form, and we get an amazing workout, okay? So now, how I have this set, I have my mechanical spotters somewhere in the neighborhood of my shoulders. That's going to give us a really good stretch in the back. Then I have my easy curl bar. Now, when we do this, instructions are, you know, pull your elbows as far in as you can. That just kills me, you know, and it hurts in a way that it shouldn't. You don't want to hurt your joints, but this is what you want to do. You want to come up, and as we're coming down, you want to pull them in as far as you can to get the burn here. That's where you want to be. And what we want to do is we want to go down slow, controlled, pause, and then come up. And we're going to stretch this, and we're going to push this. We're going to stretch this and push this, and we're going to really work it over, and then we're going to go to those cables. Well, not today, but next time I will, and you will too, right? It's going to go something like this, okay? Grab your bar. Now, you know, don't try to do this right now. Just come down, and come down deep. Now, don't really pull your elbows in to where you hurt. Pull them in. Oh, yeah. Like that. Do 8 to 12. Now, Um, with these, it's that stretch and that hold pushing through it. That's what's going to rip it for you, okay? Now, how much weight do you do? I'll tell you exactly how much weight to do. Do as much weight as you can do while holding your form. And most of the reps you do, you should have to really push, and it should really burn towards the end, okay? Let's up our weight. All right. Okay, got a little more weight on this. Let's do it. So, can I give you my opinion on something? Like, it's okay to shoot for like 12, but I tend to gain more mass when I have my weight to where I'm pushing about 8, 10 at the most. So you got to kind of play around with this, okay? All right. I should have my weight belt on. I'm not doing a tremendous amount of weight. I'm not, right? It's triceps, but it's not unwise to have your belt on, but I've already taken it off, okay? All right, now, the reason we have the spotters where they're at isn't necessarily for, I mean, I could grab this bar, flip it up from waist level and go for it, right? The reason is once we get going, if we struggle, we can just let it go and our safeties will catch it. And that in itself is why put enough weight on it, you can, the 8's tough, you know. Weight builds mass, okay? Big bench, big chest, big easy curl bar, big triceps, okay? Kind of think of that. And that's just how I look at it. And I mean, think about it. We, in our mind, we think we have to have 12s. You're gonna get 12s. Look at my decline bench. Look at my incline when I do that. There's 12s there. There's a lot of things we're doing 12s where we're hitting those triceps. But what about dropping heavier weight and hanging around that 8 rep range to really hit it deep, put some mass on there, okay? That's just how I look at it, okay? Oh boy, yeah. 8 feels great. 8 feels great. That's it. Another really good move to put with this to really put strength and mass on when you're on arm only day. Like right now I wouldn't do it because we've really abused our triceps today. We've done so much right now. Our triceps, they're taxed really heavy. But in 2 days when I come back, actually that'll be, 2 days. When I come back, I want to say something about that. But when I come back, it's only arm day. Then what I'll mix in with this is the bench tricep raises. Do those first. Push those starting at 12s, and towards the end you're pushing around 8. You're pushing a lot of weight, a lot of weight, a lot of weight. Include those with these, and then all your other cable pull downs, and then of course the single hand ones we worked today. Awesome workout for your triceps. Okay, now so I have a right now, like I said, 4 days on, 1 day off. But when I go extremely heavy on chest, which I really didn't today, but I am going to feel it. When I go really heavy on chest, I go really heavy on back. If I want, I can take that day off. And that gives my arms an additional day off, 3 days recovery before I nail them in the all arm day. So this 4 on 1 off, it kind of, you could go 2 on 1 off, 2 on 1 off, and then that gives your chest, back, and legs 6 days to recover. Okay, so it's a good program. All right, here we go. Pause it. I wouldn't have made it to 8 with pausing. And so when you know that, you got to get it any way you can get it. You just got to go, or you're not going to make it. Okay. And I could have just kept doing the negatives and then dropped it when I was done, but I kind of wanted the 8 too. So there we go. All right. So what I see in my real near future is 6 raw eggs, a banana, triple berries, scoop of protein, terra greens, and some crystal beet powder with milk. It's a powerhouse. And I'm going to come back out here and do some other things. Guys and gals, that's the end of this video. God bless. We'll see you on the next.